Hey everyone, C Double D Music Reviews here. I am C Double D, and this is going to be a music review of the new Matmos album, Ultimate Care 2. Yeah, got that smooth skin up in here. Matmos is the long-running IDM duo, electronic duo, experimental duo, and this is their latest full-length album. Now, I can't say I'm that familiar with Matmos, aside from one of the members, one of the other half of Matmos, has a side project called The Soft Pink Truth, in which case he did these blasphemous covers of classic black metal songs that, that's pretty crazy. But I think once again, in this Matmos camp, they've come together and decided to do something even, crazier. They, with the help of artists like Dan Deacon, one of the members of Half Japanese, and a couple of other people, they've essentially decided to take the Whirlpool Ultimate Care 2 washing machine and made an entire 38-minute song about it and turned that into an album. God, I love music. I was intrigued at first. My initial reaction to it was oh shit, I had no idea you could do this to a washing machine. And then a few more listens okay, yeah, washing machine, cool. I think this is a good album. I think it's an intriguing album. I'm just not, head over heels for it. Now, like I said, this album is a song, essentially a 38-minute long song, but my version, the Apple Music version, chopped the album up into 9 tracks without the transition into one track to another being broken, so it's much easier to digest what it is they're doing with the washing machine now. And these tracks are separated into excerpts. There's about 9 of them. The longest being the opening track, Excerpt 1. The album essentially starts with the beginning of a rinse cycle. The beginning of, washing your clothes or just turning the machine on and just letting water run through it. And then the album ends with an alarm buzzing, telling you it's done. In between, there's a lot of intriguing things. Some fantastic stuff that you never would have thought would have came from a washing machine. Some stuff that either doesn't come from a washing machine at all, or could have came from anywhere else, or just straight up washing machine. The opening track, Excerpt 1, starts introducing these drum patterns, these percussion patterns that come from slamming the washing machine door or drumming on the outside of the washing machine or the inside of the washing machine. I think that's actually my favorite thing about this album, the percussion aspect of drumming certain parts of the washing machine. Especially on track A, which takes kind of a jungly vibe. Especially how they're able to just chop up certain percussion sounds and make them sound staccato or just down-pitched or up-pitched, and I think that's intriguing. The closing excerpt actually has these more driving beats that really close the album/song out particularly well. And there's also some other stuff that I think is intriguing that they do with the washing machine. On tracks 2 and 5 and other tracks on this album, I can only assume this is the circuitry of the washing machine or just little dabs inside the filter or something, but it really sounds like this kind of really interesting circuitry odyssey as the machine itself, I guess metaphorically internal organs, are just kind of vibrating and humming, and it's really intriguing what they do with that. There's actually moments on Excerpt 3 where there's these turntable sounds. They're able to just take the rumbling or the drumming and just kind of really scratch it up, and that's wow. And I especially love what they do with water from the washing machine. There's moments on track 8 where they create walls of distortion via water. Track 8 actually reminds me a lot of the Ash Kusha album that came out last year, Good, how it experiments with water being sampled. But to sample water as it is being used in a washing machine, however, that's intriguing. Especially on track 4, even though track 4 is a bit long for its own good, but it's part of the song, so I don't know if I can complain about that. The way the spin cycle is going, it's kind of groovy in a way. It makes way for all these distortions and more circuitry just gliding through it. But there are some low points on the song/album that I think could have been done without. Specifically maybe track 6, which Kind of sounds like they maybe lost some identity with this washing machine and threw in some synths. I don't know if they're able to just ingeniously take washing machine sounds and morph them into synth sounds, but either way, it kind of sounds a little like it ran out of ideas. And there's like some noise patterns, but maybe that's more likely to come from the washing machine. And there's track 7 that is just straight washing machine, just water sputtering inside the machine, and I don't particularly really vibe with that well. But still, this is a good album. I most certainly enjoy what Matmos have done with the washing machine. My big thing though is that I just don't feel like that they used this sound, this washing machine experiment, in a very conceptual way. I think they really could have gone much further into it. Maybe I'm taking this idea a bit too seriously since it's just a washing machine. It just sounds like it's just a bunch of guys saying, hey man, you wanna go fuck around with the washing machine? Maybe I'm just taking it too seriously if it's made on that basis, but I just feel like that they maybe could have conceptualized this a bit better, especially how linear the washing machine sounds. You get the cycle going and then the cycle ends with the buzz. That's really my only complaint, but unfortunately that's like, I feel like the big Achilles heel here. This is certainly an enjoyable piece / album, the whole 38 minutes. It's definitely going to be an honorable mention for this month, if not maybe grow on me a little more and be a favorite, but I don't see much point in returning to this project if it's just washing machine sounds. I would have much rather prefer they made like a 40-minute album that with tracks that showcased specific aspects of the washing machine that were exploited and just made into a multi-track piece instead of just one long song throwing in like different elements of washing machine and maintaining like half of its linear aspects. I don't know, that's just me. This might be me taking the concept a little too seriously, but still, in terms of personal enjoyability, it's just pretty good. I certainly recommend it if you're into experimental stuff or if you ever wondered what could be done musically with a washing machine. But for me personally, not something I love, but something I certainly enjoy. This album is a plus 1.7, at a plus 3. This is certainly enjoyable. It most certainly might grow on me, but still, it's not something I'm gonna go back to a lot, especially since it's just one 38-minute song. But if you've given this song / album a listen, what'd you think of it? Did you like this track or song or album? Did you dislike this project? What should I consider reviewing next? This is CWD Music Reviews here, signing off.